Claire Sullivan at the University of Queensland likes to say that healthcare delivery of today was designed in an information-sparse environment. But now we live in an information overload environment. In today's video, I want to highlight a project that harnesses a huge amount of data to create insight, and then creates a solution to translate that insight into practice. Joseph Vento is an oncologist who's an assistant professor in the Division of Hematology and Oncology. Hannah Min is on the data science team in the Clinical Informatics Center, and Christina Lin is a senior business analyst on the Clinical Decision Support team in HSIR. I spoke with the three of them this week about how they're automating a lot of the work required to host a tumor board meeting, which brings together a multidisciplinary team of cancer specialists to discuss complex patient cases and collaboratively decide on the best treatment plan.
I have to incorporate a lot of different data elements into decisions made for the treatment of my patients. And this goes from patient factors to biopsy, pathology results, lab results, radiology reports. And something that's become a lot more relevant recently is genomic data. So we are sequencing tumors from biopsies, and we're also sequencing DNA from circulating tumor DNA that is from the blood. And this genomic data can help teach us about the cancers of the patients we're treating by identifying driver mutations and other predictive biomarkers to help us make decisions.
What this team has done is automate large parts of the workflows.
We're starting with, as I mentioned, over 2,000 genomic results in a 2-week period. These are already structured in our data warehouses in Caboodle. And the SQL report that Hannah's referencing takes these results and references it against both databases where we know there's match-targeted therapies for some of these genetic results, and also some customization we've built, for example, for UT Southwestern clinical trials. So identifying all action results, referencing that, and then filtering it down to maybe 30 to 50 results for us to manually review. And from there, we're able to identify the most relevant results for discussion. And we now have this tumor board functionality built out in Epic, where we can add these patients to our tumor board scheduling. And when we're running the tumor board, we can pull up these results and discuss them. And then when we have recommendations after the tumor board meets, which is a multidisciplinary team of oncologists, molecular pathologists, genetic counselors, and other specialists in this field, we write up a note documenting our discussion, and we send it to the treating providers to identify recommendations for them.
How did they make this happen? What's going on in the back end? Joseph and other clinicians guide the use case and define the type of information that they're looking for and what actions they want to be able to take after the discussion. The HSIR analyst, Christina Lin, has deep knowledge of the data and where it lives.
So I joined the team for this project was to kind of help Hannah navigate within Epic to find the fields that would be helpful for the SQL report, the one that she creates. And then kind of just go through like real patient examples of like, well, where do everything live within Epic? Because they can also live in different places in SQL. So kind of like, I don't know, scavenger hunt.
Hannah from the CIC maps the clinical needs to the data fields and developed new functionality to give them control to filter and search the 30 to 40 results and find the best results to discuss. This hasn't been straightforward and has required some creative thinking and innovative builds. In our weekly CIC whiteboard session, Hannah walked us through some of the challenges to accomplishing this.
To figure out what fields were of most interest, how we can filter down results to the ones that, like Dr. Vento mentioned, are actionable, and then kind of plug it in so that it is available on the Epic UI for end users to run whenever they want to. So they have control over when it gets done, and then there's more functionality overlaid on it, like bulk ordering and patient chart linking.
This type of automation for tumor board discussions is ahead of its time, and it's due not only to the creativity of this multidisciplinary collaboration, but also to the foundation that we have here at UT Southwestern that others, including Dr. Mujib Bassett, have worked hard to put in place. It used to be that test results were PDFs that needed to be scanned and uploaded. Now they're structured fields within Epic. This inclusion of genetic test results in the EMR can support not only this application, but others such as screening for clinical trials and identifying patients who need hereditary genetic testing.
Reiterating how valuable it is to be able to couple this genomic data along with all the clinical data in Epic. And I think there's a lot of different ways we can build this out outside of this tumor board. So when this gets presented across campus in your meeting, if people are interested in collaborating, we're happy to connect and figure out how we can use this in other interesting ways.
I took Gorham and Kari to a traveling vet Saturday. You wouldn't know it from this photo of them lying calmly in the Jack in the Box parking lot, blocking traffic, but there was a lot of drama leading up to this, including very loud communication to everyone else in line about their feelings, Gorham jumping to sit on the vet's table where the paperwork was previously laid out very nicely, and Kari screaming bloody murder for about 20 seconds before the needle had even reached his leg.